NewsNation Live from New York. I'm Connell McShane. So the White House is defending its strikes on Venezuela on alleged drug boats off the coast after reports that the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, ordered what is known as a double tap strike, going back, hitting again, and hitting survivors of one of the drug boats. Lawmakers say that would be a war crime. Members from both parties are calling for hearings on Capitol Hill. The president, meantime, is set to have a meeting with his top advisors about Venezuela in the Oval Office. We think that will happen sometime in the next hour, so we're waiting for updates from there. But in the meantime, it's time for the Daily Take on all of this with Geraldo Rivera. Okay, Geraldo, good to see you. On the double tap situation here, the guys allegedly hanging off the boat, and Hegseth is said to have given an order, kill everybody, and they went back in, allegedly again, according to the Washington Post, and hit these guys. Your thoughts on how all this is playing out?
Well, you know, I have supported the president under what I consider the tradition of fighting high seas piracy. These are pirates. They are dealing deadly drugs. They are hurting our people. We have a fleet. We have in centuries past followed that tradition of stopping people who would use the seas to hurt us. Having said that, there is absolutely no honor or bravery required to blow up two survivors of an explosion who are clinging to the gunwale of the ship for dear life. They pose no risk to us. It seems it doesn't pass the ick factor. If I can just add, just sounds to me like our old friend Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, is transferring the responsibility of what happened with that second hit to Admiral Bradley, the head of Special Forces, Special Command, a commander of Special Forces. He seems like the guy who's going to be the last one standing when on the game of roulette who's responsible. Pete was really scorched, Secretary Hegseth, by the Washington Post story, I am sure, that said that he said kill them all. Kill them all is maybe from a tabloid newspaper or a pirate movie, but it doesn't go in today's world. And I think that particularly, as simple as it may sound, I think the implications of this controversy, the hitting survivors in the water, this controversy, will impact even these ongoing, extremely tense negotiations with Venezuela. I think that now the equity shifts more to the Venezuelan side. Look, they're killing our people floating defenseless in the water. They only want our oil. That's what they're for. They're only selfish, so forth and so on.
Well, we got the people in the streets. Did you see that, Maduro? He's got the people in the streets today. I mean, it's hard to read in a country like Venezuela to all this, but that's been the case. Do we have that clip, Claudine, from Maduro, or we'll get to it later? He spoke a little bit in English. Mostly in Spanish, but here is Maduro. This was earlier.
I can translate.
Earlier. Oh, well, that's true, you could, but here's just a quick clip from Maduro earlier today.
The peace and the unions and the kings. The Venezuela Bolivarian Republic, the queens, the peace, the union, and the victory forever, victory forever, victory forever.
Victory forever, victory forever. The end. So the point is, Geraldo, you think that what's going on, the controversy with Hegseth, is going to affect all of that and whether Trump decides to be more aggressive in Venezuela?
It puts a bad taste, Connell, in people's mouths to think that they can picture, everyone has seen the drug boats being blown up. I've applauded it. Good. We're finally stopping. We're interdicting. Yes, I lament that 80 have been killed, but nothing has worked. And finally, our armed forces have been put to work to stop these pirates, these modern-day pirates. But to say that there's two survivors in the water, the tradition of the high seas, and, I sailed around the world and I was in the merchant marine college, it means a lot to me that tradition means a lot to me, but you rescue people in the water, even your enemies, under the rules of war. And I also think that this plays into the hand of the Congress folk who are being accused of sedition,
Kelly and all them. Yep.
because of their conscience. They said you do not have a requirement to follow an illegal order. I would submit that killing survivors of an explosion like this is an illegal order. It certainly is borderline and should be reviewed.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.